Up next, I'm going to review the latest 2021 release from Tiziana Tirenzi, the Italian niche house. This is Casanova 2021, their limited edition release that they do every year under the Casanova name. Stay tuned to find out if I think this one's any good. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose, coming to you from my little perfume room called the Perfume Room. And as you can see here today, I have the Italian niche house, Tiziana Tirenzi. I just call it Tirenzi. You know, this house, I think, is known for their packaging. I actually don't have the full box with me. I just have the bottle. If you've seen the boxes, and a lot of times even the bottles on this house, they're quite amazing. If you like artistry, which I do, I'm an artist, I'm a painter, I do a number of different mediums, but this is something that is, you know, you just have to admire. So whether you ultimately like the fragrance or not, this is a house that I've always kind of admired from afar. And to be honest with you, I've smelled a few fragrances of theirs here and there. I think they're a really kind of up and coming house, meaning they're becoming a lot more popular in the niche fragrance world. But I was able to get a bottle of the Casanova 2021. For those of you who don't know the Casanova series, this is a series they do every year. So they have Casanova, I think it's going back almost 10 years or 8 or so years now. But this is the 2021 bottle. And it is, you know, a beautiful presentation, as they always do. A gold bottle with a black top. You have, you know, all this elaborate, ornate, work done on the top, design on the top. The bottle, you can see, comes off here. It's round. And it just simply says Casanova 2021 and then Tiziana Tirenzi. So kind of just simple, elegant, black, gold. Hard to go wrong with that type of color scheme and design. And let me kind of jump right into this. So this is a fragrance, you know, from what I understand, not having smelled a lot of the prior Casanova fragrances, I think I've only smelled 1 or 2 over the years. They essentially have the same basic elements, and they just tweak it a little bit every year, okay? So how they describe it is, this is a limited edition release, comes out every year because they use the highest quality raw materials in the fragrance, even more so than their normal fragrances. And it is costly. You're going to spend, I don't know, roughly probably around $400, maybe even a little over $400 for a bottle of this when you get it new. I think you can go back and get prior years for cheaper, but it is, you know, typically, again, you know, just to kind of go over the main notes here, you're going to have a bergamot at the top. You're going to have orchid, jasmine. There's a lot going on here. Powdery notes, ambergris, pink pepper, vanilla, cardamom, myrrh, leather, cedar, gaiac wood, white musk. And there's other stuff in there, but those are kind of like the main notes that you're going to see every year. And what I get from this fragrance right off the bat, when you smell it from the bottle and when you spray it, which I'm going to do right now on the skin, and I've worn this now probably 3 or 4 times, so I've gotten a really good representation of what this fragrance is about, I think, at this point. And right off the bat, you get this very powdery, elegant, rich fragrance. Those powdery notes, probably some aldehydes in there, maybe even some iris, or it's not listed, but on my nose, I feel like there's some iris in here. These powdery notes are actually kind of unique. So this opening, to me, I really enjoy because it's not something I smell all the time. This is, you know, usually powdery comes more in the heart or even the dry down, or usually more in the heart note in the mid-range with, like, say, sandalwood. But this is right off the bat, hits you with this powdery note. And I gotta say, I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. It's very dry, it's very aromatic. It's not it's not sweet at the top. It's very, I would say, I think this is meant more for men, but this is definitely at the top. I would say unisex, but leans a little bit more, I would say leans more masculine, but I could see a woman wearing this, no problem. And it's very powdery, it's very woody, it's very spicy. So I think from this, you get the spiciness from the pink pepper and the cardamom. And you definitely get the kind of woody bergamot note that they mentioned, and you also clearly have these powdery notes. I really like it. And I gotta say, this is a pretty linear fragrance. So I get about, I've worn it a few times now, I'm getting about 7 to 8 hours of longevity on my skin. Projection for me is, this is not what on my skin what I would call projection beast, but this is a beautiful fragrance. When someone gets close to you, they're going to smell it, they're going to notice it, and it's probably going to be a compliment getter. It's not going to be one that, again, it's going to project out. So I think this would be good for the office. It would be good for a date. It would be good for a party. It would be good where you're not trying to make a statement to the world, but you're trying to make a statement to those around you. That's how I would describe this fragrance. And as it starts to dry down, it really goes into this beautiful kind of leather note. And to me, the essence of this fragrance is at the top. It's really kind of this powdery, dry, spicy fragrance. And then it goes, as it dries down, and I've been drying down here on my skin, it's a leather cedar fragrance on my nose. I love it because I love leather and cedar. So you start out, again, powdery, dry, aromatic. Then it gets into this beautiful, warm leather cedar note. I get also some amber in there. All those notes work really well for my skin, so this is a fragrance that works really well for me on my skin. Again, 7 to 8 hours longevity, getting about 12 inches of projection. Again, not going to be a beast mode, but for anyone who gets in close to you, they're going to smell this. Interestingly, my son was smelling a bunch of my fragrances, my 18-year-old son this weekend, and of all the fragrances, and he was trying a bunch of them, the one that he liked the best that he tried was this fragrance. So I gotta say, young people, it's gonna be a fragrance they're gonna like too, because he's 18. He likes, typical 18-year-old fragrances, and he really liked this. And again, that dry down goes into this beautiful kind of almost white leather, I would say. And I think that's from the white musk. So this is not a dark leather. This would be more like a suede or a white leather. So if, again, you like all those notes, leather, white suede, cedar, powdery notes, those are the main smells and the main, fragrance notes that you're going to get out of this fragrance, at least what I get. It'll be interesting to see if other people get, because there's a lot of stuff going on here. You got ambergris, pink pepper, I said you got gaiac wood, myrrh. So let me know, have you guys tried this, what you get from this? But to me, I've worn it and it's consistently those smells that I just described. I like it, very good fragrance, and it's one that I will be wearing a lot, and it will go into my usual kind of, weekly or daily rotation, whatever you want to call it. So there you have it. Again, Casanova 2021, the latest from the limited edition series from Tiziana Tirenzi. And again, limited production due to the high quality and rare materials that they apparently use in this fragrance. And going to be, again, probably a little over $400. It is not cheap, but if you like good niche fragrance, try it out. Try a sample. I always say try a sample. Don't go drop $400 if you don't like it and you don't know what it smells like. I would never recommend you waste your money like that. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe down below. And of course, you can like the video. You can ring the bell for notifications, and make sure to sign up for ScentXplore 2021 in the link below. All right, guys, I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks for watching as always. Peace and love.